Hey, what is up, everyone? How are you all doing? Don't mind the thumbnail. The buffs went live and I did not have time to make a new one. So thanks for showing up regardless, even though the thumbnail is from last month. I think you guys can all hear me. What's up, Sabby, Lime, Juxtapose? How's everyone doing? We're going to test out some champions. We got DLL on the call here. And I kind of think I had wanted to jump into Angela, but I'm looking at her SIG, and maybe I just didn't understand it. DLL, I was, for whatever reason, I thought that, well, here, let's go ahead and take a look at it. I thought that you, a champion, a summoner, sorry, would be able to get her to minus 100% on the damaging debuffs.
Yeah, it's per buff, right? So you have to get to like 3. It's kind of like Archangel.
Maybe you probably understand her buff a little better than me. I thought, let's see if you can see it on my screen right now, and I can share screens with you if it'll help. So you're a little bit delayed. I have it naturally at Sig 100, and it's only 20. Oh, but it's for each buff. I get what you're saying.
So you actually could get to 100, I think. There are ways to get 4 buffs for her, right? It's just hard.
I'll be honest. I really don't know. A lot of this is going to be true testing here. Very, very true testing on how these champions are working out. Should we throw on suicides then? Should we throw on suicides? Is that what we're thinking?
That's up to you. I never use her that way because she's gonna take block damage anyway. Yeah, Eclipso points out Heimdall would give her an extra buff. So if you bring Heimdall, then even at Sig 100 there, you could get to basically no duration. It would basically be like Blade at 3 bars.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool.
But Saragos is saying you can easily get 4 buffs after an SP1. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Let's just, because we're truly just testing here, folks. So, hey, Moxie, hey, Eclipso, everyone who I haven't said hi to, Ace, Work, thanks for showing up, buddy. Let's have this to be as interactive as possible. DLL is obviously on the line too, and throw out your ideas. So let's just test stuff. That's the whole point of this.
I definitely want to see her against a beefy Iron Man Infinity War at some point.
Okay. Should we start off though just with the punching bag?
That's probably fair, yeah.
Okay. I am working on the Strife video. I was in a comment with someone, I think it was OYC, and I was telling them like I actually had the video kind of more or less ready. I just needed to edit it. And I was going to be pretty lukewarm on him. Obviously, he's amazing for long content. That's no one disagrees with that. I was going to come out pretty lukewarm on him, and then like a light bulb went off for me with him, and took him into a couple quests. I was pretty impressed. My 5 stars are rank 4, but he is Sig 200, so that helps him ramp up quite a bit quicker. I was really impressed. It's a unique set of nodes, but we do see that in the game. So I'm going to take my time on Strife. I'm going to take my time on him.
Okay.
Renew, yeah, the update it literally just came out. In fact, I was thinking about not even streaming, and then DLL informed me that it definitely was out. Okay, so we're taking an Angela. For everyone, this is just a rank 1 6-star. She is Sig 100. Let's go ahead and throw in Heimdall. I mean, if we're going to do this, let's make him look as good as possible, right?
Yeah.
And then...
alone enough, or do you need magic? I forget how that synergy works.
Who cares? Magic's fun. I love magic, especially after what she did for me in the last war. I'm getting more comfortable with her again. Like when we were in WoW, I would use her sometimes, but not that much. And then now that I'm in For Loki, they're assigning me a lot of magic fights. And I'm really starting to get more comfortable with her again. I can tell, like I can feel it in the fight.
She relies a lot on accumulated instinct.
Yeah, like I was having to backdraft into the light instead of having the option of choosing if I was going to do it or not, and that made a big deal. Mr. Fantastic, is he?
Oh yeah, bring him. That'd be good.
Yeah, right. Because with Angela there, and then who would be the last partner for her? I think she got another cool synergy. I can't think of who it's with.
Let me pull up.
Well, the Morning Star. Has anyone? What's up, Roxas? Redwood. Thanks, man. I am doing pretty well. I am.
Morningstar would be good.
Okay.
Or Aegon would be flat damage.
Let's
probably be the two.
Okay, let's throw in Aegon. I like Morningstar. I see why people like her, but shoot, I didn't mean to do that. But I think it's good to have, we're not going to go too crazy with the unrealistic synergies. Being like, if you throw in 5 yellow jackets, look at the damage, Just do like a full infomercial.
Morning, Roxas, and hello, everyone.
All right.
Booty, we might get to Massacre. I think this is going to be kind of just, we'll get to what we get to today, and
MSC,
I'm sure Vega will do this again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. This is probably going to be all week. At some point, we'll move into the EQ. But I'm going to do this and then try to get videos out on them, too, once we've kind of collected thoughts. And definitely chat. Please keep throwing out ideas. We got DLL on the call. So this is going to be kind of like when we tested CGR. And it's going to be a real group effort. Skill cap for sure with Silver Warrior. MSD, what about his SIG? How important are you thinking? And then, so has the play for Angela changed? Or are we still kind of just waiting to get to as close to the SP2 as possible and throw the SP1 and just rinse and repeat?
Pretty close, but the one thing that has changed is that her armor break requires you to spend an armor up. And so I think holding on to a temporary armor up from when she's below 1 bar of power that you get via a crit from the heavy or something will be a little bit more important.
Okay, and Rook is saying maybe the SP3.
The 60% is pretty nice. I forget if the actual Fury itself was buffed, but 60% takes it from like 80% of her base attack to, I don't know, what would that be, like 130? And then when you have 2 up, she's gonna hit hard.
Does she still have the super high crit chance on the heavy?
Yes.
All right. Wow, did you see how quickly that bleed came off? Oh, you guys are a little bit behind.
Oh yeah, not yet.
Watch what happens with that bleed.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is.
That would be 75% reduced. Very nice. She might have just become a really good option for Man-Thing, actually.
I am very excited about this. I don't know if anyone's had time to see any of the... there are a couple CCP videos out with the details for Odin. I am not excited about him. I was really excited about him, and I am now disappointed. And the relevance of that, and the reason I brought it up, is I'm wondering about her potentially being a rank up for me now. Well, I have her at a natural SIG 100,
Yeah. Yeah, mine isn't duped at all. So I'll just be using her as a damage champ. But, I mean, that's actually pretty solid utility.
And I forgot that we brought in Heimdall for the synergy there.
You can't get much more comic book than this Odin design.
That's true. I think he's just not what I hoped he would be. And so that's not fair, right? Like, to decide that a champion's supposed to be a certain way and then they're not, and then you're like, oh, they suck. So I'm not saying he sucks. It's just not what I was hoping.
Yeah, I mean, I still need to read quite a bit. 5% buff duration for each fight the team has won. Wow. Okay, Odin plus Angela could get kinda gross. There's no cap on that.
I want to test her with on...
That would work for incursions.
The synergy?
Yeah, that's a 5% limitlessly stacking buff potency for every fight that anyone on the team has won. Angela's like small regen could end up doing twice as much. If I'm reading that right, I mean, Incursions is basically the only place where you have a truly unlimited number of fights, but that's really strong.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of her here. Unless there's an idea on like, no, try this rotation. Maybe we'll try that on Captain Marvel here. But I'm maybe too excited, but I'm very excited about her. Not the shrug, but the limited duration on damaging debuffs.
Yeah, the armor break seems decent, but they're kind of weak and they're kind of short.
They're very short. Well, now we're up to 12, but we're right back down to 6. Yep.
Yeah, like she won't be an option for somebody like Killmonger. I mean, she might still help for Iron Man Infinity War if you just need to blitz down a lot of armor breaks at once, but...
It's a nice reach on the heavy there. That the heavy after his SP1 felt very natural, and I'm not an advanced Angela player by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, and not everyone can counter his. Hype can, but it's only because of the long recovery that he has. The first hit doesn't hit. She has a really good moveset.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I realize she's been in the game a long time, folks. But if you are not used to playing her, she is very, very fluid. That reach on that heavy felt very natural and not elongated. It's not the word, but there was a lot there. Gandalf with the AK. She has that long shot heavy reach. Yeah, I just, again, we're just testing stuff, but that felt really good. Were there any ideas on playing her for a little bit more damage?
We're seeing a lot of special 3 call-outs.
So just keep going to the special 3 over and over. Is that what we're thinking? We'll try that.
Sounds like it, and I think the Mr. Fantastic synergy will help for that.
Eclipse. Professor X has absolutely ungodly. It makes no sense. Things don't always have to make sense in a game. What's up, Meta? Rook, gain an aptitude buff with SP3, 3 bars of power, gain additional aptitude when you land a crit with 3 bars of power. What's that look like? All right, so we'll go up to the SP3, try to land a crit and see what that has, and then work in MSD. I think we're talking about MCoC a little bit. I do want to test him. I didn't like, they made a change with his not his disorient. I can't think of the word, but not that you were ever really using him for ability accuracy reduction, but I was kind of hoping to see that get a little bit better. MSD, Odin, CGR, Hype, Corvus, Insanity. Yeah, that's true. I guess what for me is I don't see I don't think Odin's going to be my next big hunt, and I was kind of hoping he would. What's up, Jacob? Thanks for stopping by. And oh man, I'm not paying enough attention. And what's up, Kingslayer? That doesn't even look like Angela. Like that's not even close.
You gotta wait to get Odin to play with Heimdall.
Yeah, like. Anyways, whatever. We all make mistakes. And then for those who are just tuning in, this is a rank 1 Sig 100 Angela.
Mm-hmm.
The red numbers that we're seeing off Angela, what is that listed as?
The red numbers in this case would just be non-crit but fury boosted damage.
Okay. I was wondering if she got like some sort of passive or whatever that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, Sabby says Civil Warrior is so tricky to play. Well, honestly, That's okay because, in my opinion, I think that's okay because it looks like his what am I saying? It looks like his kit has been buffed enough that the utility is there as well as the damage now, and then with him having any damage payoff, I can see him being useful.
Okay, with the aptitude, I probably want to hurry up though to get above 1 bar of power, right? Yeah, to get the fury.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Or just, yeah, keep landing hits and pray that Reed helps you out.
I'm very excited by this. I don't know. Okay, so that was mistimed. I know I see people talking about Hood, and that sort of thing. I would definitely want to test those two. But I think this is a solid buff here.
I think I would actually stop using the heavy after the aptitudes go away, because I think you're refreshing them with lower potency.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Mega Farts, all of the buffs have dropped. The update is out now, including for Apple.
Yeah, so you can read Odin and what's the other dude? MCoC, their abilities as well. I'm going through that right now.
Yeah, that was a medium ender for 7,400 there. 79.
This is a rank 1 6-star?
Yep.
That's not bad. That sounds pretty tasty, Meta.
All right, let's I mean, the specials aren't doing massive damage, but we're used to that. I don't think we expected that.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to keep going. We're just seeing the same thing over and over, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to see her on. I want to check out the damaging debuffs. Can you think of a place for that real quick?
Biohazard, Freezer, Burn would be the top few.
Oh no! I just mean, like, can you think of an actual quest? Because
right,
with her only being a rank 1, I mean, I could take her into 7.1, but she's only a rank 1.
Yeah, is there a place in CaviQ with Biohazard still, maybe?
Oh yeah, good call. I forgot that that was still even up. Can anyone think of a quick place just ahead?
Srinivas says Act 5,
Chapter 4. Okay, let's try that. You have to select the book.
Odin looks complicated enough that I'm worried.
Do we remember? Okay, let's just go through it because Rook is listing the final one. 6.2.3 Biohazard.
Oh, deep in the quest. Well.
Hey, Bucky, thanks everyone for stopping by. Usually we're a little bit more organized. This came together at the last second here. I even stepped on a little late. We're just looking for a, yeah, Srinivas, I hear what you're saying, buddy, but is it 5.4 point what? MCoC chapter. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Drago, what's up? So far, we're just on Angela. We're just on Angela. I'm pretty excited by what we're seeing out of there.
Okay, I will say I do want Odin for one ability.
It doesn't look like there's any limit on his pre-fights. You can just place them.
Really?
and then it lasts the entire quest, which means that for an entire quest, you can give Hyperion or Cosmic Ghost Rider 15% better Fury and Precision buffs.
Okay, that's a big deal.
That's
All right, so for everyone who's watching, this is a SIG 100 Angela. We are testing out the her ability to get rid of the damaging debuff. She's at almost 25% there per buff she has there. So and it's for each buff. It's not each unique buff. That's interesting.
Right. And if you dash back and hold, then Heimdall will give you the 1, and so you should be able to have 4 pretty quick, I think is the idea. Up, Nyan.
Look at that. You're all about to see it. We hit into his block and that poison was gone. I mean, they are gone so fast.
That's literally faster than Blade, like as it should be, but wow.
So, but here's the thing too, is, I mean, why would I go even higher? This is kind of funny seeing me take the unblockables from War Machine here. But why would you even go higher than SIG 100? I mean, I guess we do have the Heimdall synergy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, as you just proved, as soon as you take enough damage and you get the regen on you, then yeah, it doesn't look that hard to maintain 4. So this really does feel like an Archangel thing, where like if you want complete security, then SIG 200 helps you. Oof.
Yeah.
SIG 100 goes a really long way.
I mean, that was like, I barely had time to register that. Does she do that with suicides or just incoming from the defender?
Well, she'll start with 1 buff. So the bleed from suicides should tick for 25% less time.
Are any of the other buff champions suicide friendly? I don't think they are, right?
I think Civil Warrior has to be ramped. He might be with his dupe. Maybe Metal Sonic can comment on that.
Okay.
I don't. The highest rank Civil Warrior I have is a 4-star.
I don't think I'm going to put on suicides then, just because it'd be a lot of viewing of me putting on suicides and then taking them right back off. But I will do a video on this, and we will definitely test out her with suicides for sure.
Oh, yeah, I don't think Civil Warrior will really help, because it's just the ability accuracy of opponents' bleed and poison abilities. So once you get to 4 armor ups with him, then like he'd be immune to biohazard is my hope.
It does say opponent, so you might have the Archangel problem where it's like, well, it's the node, so...
Doesn't she have a auto block counter now? Yeah, that's what we're seeing here, right? Oh my goodness gracious.
I need to double check on that. But yeah, I don't think Civil Warrior would be suicide friendly.
Look at this. Oh, okay, we've established I'm easily excitable. I'm easily excited. But this is... I mean, I guess it's Act 5. So let's not overdo it. And this is a 6-star rank 1. I could swear, I'm pretty sure she's got an auto block.
I'm not. Did it auto block, or it just never did?
It never triggered.
Okay, well, I mean, it is just a chance. You may have gotten lucky. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything either. I wonder if that was just...
I think even at max, Medusa's only like a 25% chance or something. You just are supposed to treat it like it's 100.
Yeah, I remember us having that discussion in War when she was a defender and being like, yeah, just getting her awakened was, at some point, either they're hitting into her or not.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's nullify and auto block ability accuracy.
She's auto block. Oh, so look at this. She's auto block immune and nullify immune after 3 buffs. Right
Thanks,
there.
Guys.
So we had the 4 buffs. So she's just flat out, dude. I don't want to get over about this, but
there There are definitely places to use that. That's for darn sure.
And then we won't do this long, but let's just take her into
Hey, Carl.
let's take her into Abyss just real fast. Obviously, we know this won't go well, but let's show the ability to block. Oh shoot!
Yeah, well, try out. You can also try out Darkhawk.
Where do you can you think of a? Oh yeah, he's in Abyss too. I was going to go straight to Iron Man. Carl's here. What's up, Carl?
Shut up.
Vega. Vega. Duke, what's up, buddy? Vega. I'm pretty much. How often does an occasional fear turn into a solid? Rip, that's what I don't want to get too carried away with this. And I will do, we'll continue. I think we're probably going to do this testing almost all week here. And I will get videos out.
Shadow just shared a screenshot in the Discord of what looks like a rank 5 hood with suicides doing 228,000 direct damage to the 6.2 champion with a heavy.
So is he potentially a Cosmic Ghost Rider situation where like the damage is enough?
So.
Go for it. No, go for it.
I don't think so, because on this, the problem is that like it would then take him a long time to ramp back up to enough bullets to do that a second time. Whereas with Cosmic Ghost Rider, if you get him set up and you use the power back, you're just like, yeah, I'll do it again.
Yeah, but what if you're using the power back on Hood if he's doing that big of damage?
It won't reload his bullets.
Good point.
He has a currency that he has to spend.
Good point. I will tell you guys, just full disclosure, I'm going to really struggle with the Hood one. Even if he's amazing, I will probably always, like, I don't care how many years we're playing this game, I will still be like, but I don't like that they did this. Like,
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because like Jacob says, people spoke too soon. I don't think they did, because I don't think the point was ever, oh, he's not going to do enough damage. I think the point was they removed something as they added the damage, and people don't like that. And that's going to be fair no matter what numbers we see from it.
This is really nice, and I know that the ability to reparry mitigates this a little bit. But as someone who, I feel like I have reparry down pretty well, like you see right there. Sometimes it just doesn't land. Like you're in a fight and you just can't get it. Or if you're fighting a Havoc in War, there's a couple nodes where I face him, and
the medium, or if they medium heavy on that heavy hitter node.
Yeah.
It's just nice to not worry.
Yeah, because you can get backed up. And it's a bit of a problem. Like you get up on your side of the map. This happened to me a couple wars ago. Okay, so obviously she's not going to solo this. I don't see a reason to. Oh wait, the auto block, right? We're trying to.
Yeah, if you can get him to 4, but at the same time, you're never going to drop below 4 buffs again. So I don't think there's any question that you won't shut it down.
Yeah. I'm very excited about Angela because in essence, she is, well, what would you call it? She's not poison and bleed immune, and she's not resistant.
Yeah, but it's a kind of resistance, because like on those charts, they always put blade with an asterisk.
Yeah.
And this is a similar kind of thing. It's not immediate. It's not right out of the gate, but it's solid.
All right, let's hurry up.
That incinerate showed up and instantly vanished, guys.
Oh, sorry, I had totally put my phone down and I was checking in on. But no, thanks for pointing that out. I think and for everyone, again, I'm going to keep saying it because I know people come in and out of streams. That's only a Sig 100, Angela. That is Sig 100. It's natural. I haven't Sigged her up. But it's only Sig 100. So keep that in mind. We are using the Heimdall synergy to get a buff a little more quickly. Yep, and she can parry projectiles, as you're saying there. Let's jump into Hood.
Quick point at Sig 20, which is where my 5-star is, it's 14.45%. So you would need 7 buffs to hit 100%, but at 3 or 4, which we figured out is pretty easy, you'd be at 50 or 60% reduced duration.
And
That's still not bad.
No, not at all. And that's the thing is remember, it's reduced duration. It's not like your chance to get rid of. So I think that the climbing of the SIG is actually kind of nice, right? It's because it's not an all or nothing scenario. And she was already considered a suicide-friendly champion because of her playstyle and the heal. Yeah.
And now the bleed will be that much weaker. It'll be like permanent coagulate.
All right. What did I say? Hood? Yeah, let's go ahead and try Hood. Does anyone feel confident on the general play, how to max out Hood? Do you, DL?
I think if Shadow's here, it looks like he's played with him.
Okay.
But I believe the idea is that you want to build to an L2 and then heavy, but definitely read him real quick because there's something important about refreshing the hex bullets to keep them stacked before you do that.
Oh, that's right.
You want them to all expire at once. It's a little bit like Iceman, but with more control. Yeah, I completely agree, Rook. I like that it's valuable at a lot of SIG levels.
Some really interesting stuff in the chat here. Meta was saying they definitely already consider it to be suicide friendly. Meta's a very smart player. Hood will always be in the shadow ghost. And yeah, and Mega Farts. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna not get your name. Jacob, maybe it was you, buddy. I apologize because it was a name I recognized. I hear what you're saying about the Hood, and like most people just took him along as a synergy for Ghost. And maybe it's just because Kat Murdoch, I think a lot of folks know her in the community. She's actually been helping me with a few things. And so I've gotten to, I don't know if I want to say I've gotten to know her lately, but I've gotten to work with her and I'm really enjoying that. And seeing someone like her really explain, like I specifically ranked up this champion because they had this ability. I've taken them to rank 3. I've used them. I enjoy playing them. And now that is just gone, especially for what was supposed to be a buff. It's just like, I think fair warning for all of us, Kabam can and will change anything at any time. And so
it reminds me of like the difference between, say everything you want about Namor because God knows everyone has, but they didn't touch his SIG.
Yep.
And it's kind of like back with 12.0 for those of us who were there for that dark time. Most of us who ranked up Black Widow did so specifically because her SIG hit 100%, and that was the only reliable ability accuracy reduction in the entire game at the point, which from Falcon's resurgence we've seen how important that is, and they took that away and dropped it to 85%. And that's exactly what this feels like with Hood. It's like if you went back with Black Widow and they had taken away her SIG and they're like, well, but her crits hit harder now, isn't that enough? No, not to the people who ranked her for that. For new characters who get her, maybe, or in this case, for new players who get Hood, it's awesome that he hits harder. But for people who already liked him, it sucks.
And just to throw in there, Jacob, I just said your name because I recognize it, and I thought it might have been you who said that. I also want to be super clear on this. When I first saw his buff, I was excited. When I don't remember if it was a leak or if Kabam put it out or Kabam leaked it, like they seem to like to do, and then get upset about people leaking. It's weird. That seems hypocritical. But anyways, I'm a little spicy today, in case you can't tell. For me, I'm spicy. Where was I going with that? When I saw that, I was excited. I was pumped up as someone who has a rank 2 Hood, and I never used him for that utility. But I have Ghost, who I just tanked to rank 3. I have Kingpin, who I just took to rank 3. And I was like, I like Hood. I'm enjoying playing him. I just wanted his invisibility, the miss on it, to be more reliable and to have a damage increase. And so I got what I wanted. It was as if they were like listening and were like, well, that Vega guy makes sense. Let's do it. And then though, I started listening to the community. And I started seeing the things that people were putting on Twitter, and they weren't just complaining; they had legitimate points. And I was like, okay, I'm taking in new information. I now need to adjust what I'm thinking. That's what I think. Okay, cool, Jacob. I just wanted to make sure you didn't feel like you were singled out. I just recognized your name, and I'll single myself out as someone who was initially excited, and then I listened to really smart people, and I was like, they're making great points. They're making great points. Okay, so
yeah, Carl is saying mess around with Massacre doesn't seem that much better. I mean, they left most of his core abilities, but as somebody who used him, it always felt before like those ignition charges would expire like right before you got to 10 if the opponent slowed down at all. So my understanding is they last twice as long now. I think he's going to be a lot easier to use, especially in any kind of difficult fights where you have to worry about baiting.
okay, I thought I was going to start the fight invisible. That's the ghost synergy, isn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know Hood that well.
Yeah, this feels like a different champion, guys. This isn't like Angela. Anyways, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
So it looks like... It looks like when you have the invisibility up, as long as it's against a champion where you're not worried about getting hit, you actually want to play it like Ghost and phase like 2 hits to get those bullets.
Oh my gosh. That was a 24,000 heavy, and I really don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm kind of listening to... You gave me the information as it was happening?
Yeah, because he has the... I mean, I think it's gone now, but there's that Hex vulnerability.
And you stay invisible for quite a while. I know the chance to miss goes down, though. I do understand. There was a synergy in there, and I didn't recall that synergy being posted, where he is 140% chance to miss initially, and I think it was with King Groot and Vulture.
Oh, I thought it only went up to 130.
So did I.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I know some good players who really like King Groot. I do.
Where is he? No, I know exactly who you're talking about.
No, I think Brian Grant likes him too. Actually, it's not just streaming.
Yeah. Well, and back in the day, Heisey used him.
Oh, really? Okay.
But yeah, the invisibility does last a good long time. And I remember one use that I see for him personally in the war meta is that he is now the only mystic who can be reliably stun immune. And given that encroaching stun has power reserve, I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to chain those L2s and be permanently stun immune.
This heavy is this is for those in the chat. This is a rank 2 hood. I'm really just kind of testing that heavy. I want to get through the fight.
And did you guys see that? Vega got hit in the middle of the heavy because he didn't have a 100% chance to be for Winter Soldier to miss there. But then the next hit did miss. That's actually huge for his general ability to tank hits, because it means that if you get hit by one hit in a special, you're still not that likely to get hit by the next one.
Jesus, dude, as you were saying it, it's not going to show up for you guys there. But as you were saying it, I decided to just try to miss a whole special 2. One of the last bullets hit, but then the last bullet did not.
Yeah, I saw that. This dude's gonna be a tank now. That L2 actually works. He just phased a whole combo.
There was a heavy for like 35. And I'm not even paying attention to the bullets. I don't even really know how they work, and they are just going up. So it's not like I'm doing something special here.
Odanek, I agree that if you add MD into the equation against an opponent with a lot of buffs, you're just going to be constantly spamming L2s.
Yeah, and it feels like the invisible is lasting I'm not finding myself reaching for the invisible. Like, it's just there when I need it.
Yeah. You know, my guess is that what I just said about how MD interacts with his increased chance to stagger and the fact that there's more utility on the invisibility itself now is exactly why they've removed the Hex seal, because against some opponents you're probably going to be able to have it up almost constantly, like Claire gets buff immunity in her best matchups, but it's going to be passive, whereas Claire's is an active debuff. So I understand their balance concern. I just think that the issue is that they chose to then remove the fate seal rather than tweaking other things. But I think I do see why they thought he would be too strong now.
Yeah, I was really excited about Angela. I've said I'm easily excited. I'm very excited for this buff too. I see why people in the chat were saying this. I'm going, like I said though, I will continue to have the asterisks of. I wish they had just come out with a new champion who did this, as opposed to to having doing this to a champion who's been in the game for a long time that people have ranked up specifically for this, beaten the champion boss, and removed a key part of why they would have ranked him up. Like I hope that Kabam at least gives them rank down tickets, those specific people, and even then, that's still not compensating them. It's really not. Not fully,
especially if they don't also come out with negative sig stones, which is something that I think probably should have happened a while ago.
Yeah,
because rank down tickets don't matter at all if you threw in 200 generics or 199. You know what I mean?
No, that's a heck of a point, man. And they could make them hood specific. Didn't they do that for Namor? I recall ranking down my 5-star, I think.
Yeah, well, there's just the fact that if you look at the fact that they have the 2014 gems,
yeah,
or like all of the year specific rank up gems, if they are able to if they're able to limit it to a tag like that for where items work, then I don't think there's any chance that they aren't able to do that for a single champion. Also, yeah, Massacre, he just ignites himself just by hitting. If you have him duped, then his crit chance is high enough that often he's just going to ignite himself. This is ridiculous.
I'm thinking the exact same thing as it happened. Now, remember, this is a rank 2 hood, though. So this would be, more or less the equivalent of a 5-star. But as I'm playing him, I am just... And I do have Mystic Dispersion. Oh, my goodness gracious. I feel badly that I'm excited about this. I don't know how else to express that. And because of how you... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, for any who did see those messages before they were removed, that was not a mistake. I'm backing up MSD on that one. None of that.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but thanks for taking care of it.
Work says you can stack Hex up to 99. That's interesting because that's higher than his cap for bullets, but because you can keep gaining bullets, I can see how you would get there. That's interesting.
You can use this miss so strategically. This is...
Yeah, what you just did, that was a Tigra play there, except I think that the windup on his heavy is actually faster than hers.
Yeah, and he's missing it's not just projectiles, it's contact, it's the whole kit and caboodle, as they say. Right?
Yeah. No, 100%. And I guarantee you there are a lot of really good players who only need Apocalypse's specials to miss twice.
Yep. And then there's still the stun.
I agree, MSD. If they had gotten rid of the persistent charges on the bullets, you'd still be able to do a ton of damage. He just wouldn't be as strong on succeeding fights. I think that would have probably been enough of a balance for the Hex. Because then he would have been really, really good in certain fights. But honestly, if you max out Mystic Dispersion with how many frigging units or how much loyalty that takes, and then you use a Mystic against a Cosmic that stacks a bunch of buffs, you should feel overpowered. And I will fight people on that.
Oh my gosh, this guy is... again, just because I know people come and go, that was a rank 2 hood. I'm gonna check the sig I have on him.
Oh yeah, Work points out it's also you gain bullets via nullify, as in his staggers.
Yeah, I was not paying
I can
attention
see
to
getting to 99.
I wasn't paying attention to bullets at all. Like they were not something that I had to even remotely think about.
Oh yeah, there is no icon for the persistent charges, is there? But it still says they persist. Was anybody paying enough attention when Vega moved from Winter Soldier to Captain Marvel to see if that number was the same? Work says they're there on the fight screen.
All right, everyone. I apologize. I see we got quite a few viewers right now too. I have.
Yeah, it's 146.
It's time. It's time. I have to go. I didn't. I wasn't able to get the download in. We will be doing this testing, I think, all week, and even when the new EQ comes out, I'll do everything I can to use these specific champions during them. I have them all at high sig. Who else was buffed? Silver Warrior, correct?
Yeah. And I don't think you used Masakra yet. It's gonna be a fun week, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun week here, and we'll come up with a thumbnail that's more reflective of what we're actually doing. But yeah, I've got Silver Warrior at SIG 80, and then I think I have Masakra at like SIG 120, something like that. So I know. When these were all announced, I was like, ooh, I'm pretty happy.
If you get lucky with Domino, you're just gonna he's gonna ignite by the halfway through the second combo.
This is true. Everyone who stopped by and joined in the chat and was helping with the testing, thank you so much. Thank you. DL, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, thanks guys for turning out. This was a good one.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It's always fun when the buffs are good. I still feel horribly about Hood, though. Please keep that message out there. Yeah,
if nothing else, have some empathy.
Yeah, good call. And then I might try to jump back on this afternoon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I want to get some videos out on these guys too. So thank you so much, everyone. And we will see you tomorrow at more than normal time, not late like we were today. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.